Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a vegan meal prep in my kitchen. So let's see how it goes. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm just going to show you what I prep for the meals that I'm going to do during the week, so I can save money and be healthy and find vegan options. Okay, so these are all the products that I'm going to be using for the meal prep for this week. Chicken legs, vegan chicken legs from the Asian market. These are $10 and I think you get like 10 legs. I found these at the food co-op and they charge you like $8 more for it. So support your local Asian market. These are really, really great and they look like chicken legs. And I have some broccoli, some cauliflower, steel cut oats, some Jameson, MCT oil, that's my dog, coconut liquid aminos, salt and pepper. This is a really good imitation vegan, oh my gosh, chaos. Imitation vegan cheese. Very delicious, low cal. Tofu, shirataki. It's low carbs, they're noodles, tofu noodles, organic firm tofu. I put turmeric on everything that I possibly can. If you eat a lot of broccoli, try pairing it with arugula, you get a lot more benefits out of it. And then power greens, organic. If you buy organic, then they can't use harmful pesticides like Roundup that can give you cancer. So always try to buy organic. So that is basically all you need for the week. Now I'm not going to do individual prepping. I'm going to do bulk so that I can just put them into my containers and, you know, the night before, then go about my day. The broccoli and the cauliflower that I'm using is not organic, so I'm going to show you how to thoroughly clean off all the pesticides from the vegetables. Now you're going to cut up your vegetables, and then you're going to soak them for about half an hour. I'm horrible at this, but all you have to do is just cut it up. I like to keep the stems, or the majority of the stems, because I'm not looking to waste broccoli. Same thing with your cauliflower. I don't know if this is the right way to cut cauliflower, but it does the job. People are like, absolutely not. Oh, I forgot. The first thing I actually do, pour yourself a stiff drink. This is Tito's and water. Josh always gets weirded out when I cut things. I have injured myself in the past, so I do understand that. Oh. And you can just break these apart. What you're going to use is some distilled white vinegar. Pour about like a quarter of that into a pot. Fill it up with water. Take your cauliflower. Just make sure that they're all submerged. This is a really good way, like I said, the distilled white vinegar and water. Soak these for about a half an hour and then rinse them off, and then you should get all the pesticides off of them. So while those are cancering, I'm going to make a tofu scramble. Alright, cut open your tofu. This is the organic firm tofu by Nasoya. This video isn't sponsored. So there's going to be a bunch of liquid. You're going to dump that. And you're going to take a towel. Ugh. press all the liquid out of it. The best that you can. It's fine if there's a little bit left over. I'm not that concerned. It's Josh. Okay. Then I take a frying pan. I'm going to use a little bit of the MCT oil. Burn about a tablespoon or so. And then MCT oil is a good fat. It's important to get those in. So then you can take your tofu and just start breaking it up. I add these into salads. I'll add it into my vegetables. It's a good source of protein. Ooh. Okay. I love this. I don't know if you can... nope. I'll show you later, but this is Kalal Namak, Indian black salt. It's basically what makes anything taste like eggs. And it's actually pretty good for you. Do a generous amount. You can get this online. I don't know how many stores actually carry it. And I'll take turmeric. This will give it its color, and it's also really good for you. Pepper. The shaking of it. And salt. The black salt isn't really salty. Spatula, and just mix that all together. And it tastes like eggs. Put it in the oven. Probably about, I'd check on it in like 15 minutes. Probably 15, 20, maybe a half an hour. Depends on how you like your vegetables. Okay, so while our tofu scramble is being prepared, I'm going to take some tempeh. This is light life. And should have sharpened the knife. Tempeh is fermented, so it's really good for your gut, great for vegans and non-vegans alike. And just thin strips. And there you go. Then throw on your aminos. Definitely need to get more of this crap. I would definitely put a lot more than that on it, but that'll do in a pinch. I also really like tempeh not heated, because when you heat it you kill all of the probiotics. It's still really good for you, but not as good for you. I'll like chop it up, eat it raw with a little bit of peanut butter. My mother throws up in her mouth every time that I eat next to her. I try to eat to live, not live to eat. Switch that around. I like it when it's a little bit crispy. Okay, that is done. There's your tofu scramble. I'm going to put that to the side because then I will put that into a mason jar. Alright. Once your tofu scramble has cooled down, we are going to put it in an old pickle jar. So I'm just going to reuse that and put it in the fridge. Do the same thing with the tempeh. Just using an old Tostitos salsa jar. I love these because they're glass and metal. So good. Thank you for being sustainable. In the fridge they go, and I will add these to my vegetables and salads. And we're gonna do some shirataki tofu noodles. Okay. You want to drain all of that out. Just rinse. Coconut oil. I'm gonna use about a tablespoon, medium heat. A little bit of salt. But this is great to add into your vegetables, your proteins, like your seitan and tofu, just to add that little bit of pasta if you're missing that, which I often do. There's no benefits to eating pasta. I'm going to try to eat if it's going to benefit my body nutritionally. So hummus I will add into salads. When I prep, I'll show you how to, I just use like 1 or 2 tablespoons. It's like 70 calories. Oh. And then the Wayfair cheese is fantastic when you just want to add like a cheesy flavor to your vegetables. So these are just add-ons that I'll put on once I've already prepped. Okay, then I take a couple of sweet potatoes, poke a couple holes in them, and then I'm going to throw them into the oven. I think those take like an hour or so. I'll let you know. I'm gonna let those cool, and then, okay, so I just took the shirataki noodles and put them into an old tomato sauce jar, and then I'll just pop that into the refrigerator and then add that to a meal throughout the week. For the vegan chicken legs, I just put them onto a pan, and I'm gonna add in this hilarious spice that Rhiannon got for her dad, Josh. Even though it says it's for cock chicken, if you read the label, everything is vegan in it. So it's just adding a little bit of spice and a little bit of flavor. And voila. Pop it in the oven. Same, like 350. It's right next to the sweet potatoes. That should take about like 10-15 minutes. You can flip them halfway. And then I just took out the vegetables. So they have like a little browning to them. And then I'm just going to reheat them throughout the week. And that's it. That's going to be, I'm going to eat all that this week. Kimchi snuggling with his little snake. I can't. For the steel cut oats, I have a water bubbler at work, so I can just pour in hot water. So I'm going to take another jar, repurposed, just fill in about 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to spill it all over, even though I poured it into my measuring cup. But I'll spill that all over. This is about, how much that you need. It's about 1 serving, and 1 serving is about 160 calories, so don't overdo it. But it's really good for you, and it's very filling. So I got these containers at the Asian market. I like that they're glass. The plastic is safe for you and safe to be reheated. So what I'm going to do is add in, I'm going to make my salad. So organic baby arugula. I hate that this is all in plastic packaging. I don't understand that. Organic power greens. And then I'll add in some hummus and maybe some of my broccoli and cauliflower. So I'll add in a dollop of the hummus. Add in a little bit of light Italian. And 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons is about 45 calories, which is pretty fantastic. That's why I go for the light, because I'm not about that calorie. I'll add a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of salt. Not a lot, because this is already is pretty salty. And you can add in whatever other vegetables that you like, but That's pretty much what I like. I just try to get my greens in wherever I can, and that's a pretty good salad for like middle of the day. I have some issues with acid reflux, so I have to eat a little bit more often. So I try to pack little meals throughout the day that'll sustain me, but it'll also give me nutrients. And then I feel better. Yeah, and I'll also add in a little bit of the broccoli and the cauliflower. That mixed together with the arugula is really good for you. And just keep that in a big Tupperware. Then I just added in the tempeh, shirataki noodles to the cauliflower and broccoli. And then add a little bit of the cheese on top. I hope that's still good. Oh, we'll find out. But turmeric, if you're using turmeric, always add in a little bit of pepper. That way you get all the benefits of the turmeric. And then a little bit of salt. And that's another meal for the day. This is halfway through. I'm just going through and flipping them so that they cook on both sides. And put them back in the oven for about probably 10 more minutes. So I'm also making my own meal for this evening. My family isn't vegan, but I am. So I usually make my own food, and Josh makes for everybody else, which is great. But this is probably what I'm gonna eat. No, this is what I'm gonna eat tonight. So a couple of the chicken legs, the vegan chicken, the cauliflower and broccoli, and then I added in the arugula and the mixed greens, which is like spinach and kale. I will heat all of this up, and he's making me a portobello mushroom. So I'll take these off the bone. It's just like a little bamboo stick that's inside. I think it's wasteful. I don't need that, but for some people that want to have that experience of eating the chicken off of the bone, they put that in there. So I'll probably cut that up and then put that onto the mushroom. The mushroom is a great alternative to a bun if you're a low carb diet or if you're gluten free. It's really delicious and very nutritious. So I'll show you what that looks like later. Even if you don't like salads, or you don't like greens, or you don't like something that's raw, heating up greens I find to be very tasty, and then I'll just mix that in with the cauliflower and broccoli. I'm also going to make corn on the cob, which I love. So I'm not reheating the chicken in this. I'm just going to pop it into the veggies that I put into the glass containers that I heat up at work. But 2 of these is about like 130 calories. It's good protein. I like adding this in, and they're absolutely delicious. Another thing I eat every day, get my probiotics, is kimchi. This one is really good, the radish kimchi. But if you are vegan, not all kimchi is vegan. It has like fish sauce in it or something, so you have to look. The Asian markets that I have checked out, they don't have the vegan ones, but you can get it in a food co-op or I think, where do we go? ShopRite? Is that a thing anymore? But usually your supermarket will carry vegan kimchi. Here's the finished product. So I'll chop up the vegan chicken and put it on a beautiful portobello. So that's been my meal prep for today, and even if you're not 100% vegan, there are ways that you can add in nutrients to your diet through vegetables, and they can be very delicious, and that's pretty much what I lean on throughout the week. It makes me feel better, and this is just what I do, so it's, but any of these recipes you can amp up, but just having like a stockpile of vegetables that you can add into a sauce or add into a pasta. You can add that into any kind of like meat dish. Or if you just wanted to go vegan for like 1 day a week, it makes a big difference. You don't have to go full blown, but anything that you do makes a huge difference in the sustainability of the planet. So I encourage you to try, and there are really amazing options nowadays. So I've been vegan for about 7 years now, but I've been trying to go completely vegan since I was about 16 years old, and back then, I'm 43 now. Back then, there was not a lot of options, and it was pretty gross, so you really had to like power through it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in more videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. If you like it, please subscribe. That means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next video.